Okay, so I've tried recording intros for this, but I think intros are awkward and I feel awkward doing them and I feel awkward listening to them. So I'm gonna go right into the video. So, my topic, right, for this video is that comics are hard. It's been about 2 months since my last upload, back in May, the end of May. And back then I was doing designs, and now I am literally drawing comic pages each week. And so I feel like now I'm more in the position to actually give advice about this than I was when I was designing. Since I'm literally doing the thing that I would like to give advice about. So the thing about comics is, I'm sure anyone would tell you this, and you could go to any comic YouTube channel and they would tell you that they take a long time. I thought that they wouldn't take as I I thought they weren't gonna take as much time as they ended up taking. I was like, oh, it's just gonna take a few hours, like maybe 2 each page. It takes double the amount you think it's gonna take, because there's so much more. Because if you're thinking about it like a regular art piece, you can't think about it like that, because it's different. It's very different because, first off, you are thumbnailing each page. Well, if you are, I'm going to speak on this as if it is me in the past, as if I'm talking to myself in the past, which I kind of am. You're thumbnailing the pages, so that's taking a while. And then you are sketching them out, and then you are lining it all out, and then you are putting the text in, which you don't usually put text in for normal art pieces, but you're putting the text in, you're putting speech bubbles in, you're making sure everything looks perfect, you're working with lighting like a lot more than usual, except now I'm not really, but I'm going to talk about that later. You're just doing a lot more than you usually would with a comic. Because with a regular art piece, you're not thinking about the script or about the next page, or you're not working with multiple pages at the same time. Like with me, I won't be working on 1 page at a time. I will be working on 10 pages at a time. So I will sketch out each page, and then I'll go back and I'll do the line art for each page, because it's just quicker, I think. It keeps you in the right mindset. But yeah, comics take a long time. So be ready for that, because you need to put aside time for that, for the comics. And you need to have a lot of patience for it, because it can get kind of frustrating, but you just need to like push through it, because you know that after the little hill of just irritation that you're going to have, you're going to get past it and you're going to go to the next chapter, and the next chapter is going to be way nicer. I know this because I dealt with this literally a few days ago. I had this awful chapter. I had this chapter, and at a certain point I started to hate it, because I was like, okay, I just want to get this done with, and I want to go to the next drawing, or the next concept, and I just pushed on with it, and I got to the next chapter, and now I'm on the next chapter, and I've already sketched it, and I've already done all this stuff. So just push on from that chapter, because it's gonna suck, but you just need to get it out there. Yeah. And another thing is, you're gonna have to push yourself to do comic pages. No one's going to tell you to do them unless there is, but there isn't for me, and I have a hard time pushing myself to do things unless it's stuff I like the comics. So I just gotta push myself to do things. I give myself little deadlines. It really helps to give yourself deadlines. You just gotta push yourself to do them, because if you don't push yourself, then you're not gonna make deadlines that you want to make. Like for me, the comic's gonna start uploading after or before I upload this, because this is the comic pages that I don't want anyone else to see until the day that it is uploaded. So my comic will start uploading before this goes up. So yeah, a lot of words for just a few. So you need to push them. You need to push yourself to do stuff because you have deadlines that you want to reach. Make big deadlines also, but make them far in advance so that you can work towards them easily. Yeah, so another thing I noticed with these pages especially is that they took a really long time, and that's because your first pages are going to take a long ass time. They're going to take a long time. So these first, you're only seeing 3, but the first 10 pages of this comic took about a month. So like all of June just drawing these, and it like took a really long time. I was sketching really slowly. I wanted everything to be super perfect. It like all of the lighting stuff took forever, and it has to do with a lot of things. The lighting was a thing. So you can see as I'm working with it, I'm messing with all of the layers and stuff. There's a lot of characters in this section, so it makes sense why they're just going on and on and on, like why it's taking so much time to do this chapter, or the 2, it's 1 chapter but it's 2 uploads, is because there were so many characters, so it took a while. Also, like color schemes and stuff, I was messing around with the color schemes even though I had already gotten the design work done with, because I thought it could be more together if I did stuff like that. You've got to have your design work done beforehand because it makes stuff a lot easier. Like for this stuff, I already had all of the designs planned out like months in advance, so it was a lot easier for me to do these pages. But yeah, so this comic, or this chapter took about a month to do, but now my comic pages get done, like an upload of comic pages will be done within a week, most of the time. It depends. Yeah, so I've gotten quicker. You'll get very quick at them, very quickly. You'll get quick at them quickly. You'll improve very fast. I promise. As long as you keep on pushing yourself to do the comic pages, you'll definitely get better faster. So my advice is you should watch comic videos or find places to get advice because it helps you and it gets you really inspired to do comics. What I like to do is I like to watch videos about comics or about the process of making comics, because while I'm drawing the comics, because it inspires me. I don't really know why, but it inspires me a lot to just listen to them talking about comics, because it makes me think about the next update or the next scene that I want to see. It makes me feel more motivated. I don't know if that's how it would for you, but just some advice. Listen to some advice about comics, because it sounds like a lot of work sometimes, but it's very useful because comics are very hard. I remember listening to advice about comics and I thought to myself that I didn't need to do it, or that it was too much work, but I ended up doing the work and it's made stuff a lot easier. Also, another little bit of advice, it makes the whole comic process a lot easier if you just schedule your pages weeks, if not months in advance, because then you're caught up and you don't have to deal with that, and you can just think about the next update or think about the next few pages that you need to draw instead of thinking about when you have to upload this. Yeah, I've got at eliandtyler.com, I've got comic pages up every Monday at 10 a.m. and then I will have links to my Tapas and Webtoons, where my comics get uploaded the same day, Mondays, at 12 p.m. So, thanks for listening to me give you this advice, even though I've only been drawing comics for like 2 months now. And I'll see you guys later.